Hey, what's up, guys? Powerbang here, and I'm bringing you the next update on sneak peek number 3 that Clash of Clans put out earlier this morning, I believe. And it's a revolutionary change, in my opinion, that it's going to completely change the way this game is played. And in my opinion, it is all for the best. I couldn't be happier to see this. So, what are we talking about here? We've got, loot and league bonus changes. We've got trophy offering changes. We've got changes to the Town Hall and Clan Castle. I'm going to explain all that in just a moment and how I see this affecting the game. But first, let's cover some of the non-loot related stuff. Trophy rebalancing at higher leagues, which doesn't affect most of us because we aren't there. But in Titan 1 and Legend leagues, the minimum trophy offers now are going to be 6 trophies, and that is up from 1 trophy. So you're going to be able to gain more when you actually find somebody to attack. And you're going to be able to lose less, basically. So 48 trophies are the most you're going to give up instead of the 56 like before. So not a whole lot, to report there. The matchmaking changes are, significant to most of us. And the difference in matchmaking now is that you're going to be less likely to be paired up with somebody that's 2 Town Hall levels above or below you. So when you're clicking the next button, as say a Town Hall 10, you're going to be less likely to find that Town Hall 8 or Town Hall 7 in your rotation of villages that you're being offered. So those are 2 changes that are going to occur. But let's get into the big stuff. To summarize the loot distribution and the league bonus changes, these are going to be monstrous, guys. Destroying the Town Hall now gives you more loot than the traditional 1,000 resources that was in it before. It's now essentially going to be a 5th storage if you have 4, or an additional storage, in your base. So now you have your gold and elixir storages. Say if you have 4 of them, like at Town Hall 9 and 10, you essentially have a 5th storage in your Town Hall, and it now acts as a resource building. Now that means that goblins can target your Town Hall, and it can also target your Clan Castle. So that could be a little bit of a strategic change there, especially when you're pushing to go ahead and get that Town Hall taken down. But that's going to have some big effects on farming rates. Let's touch on that in just a minute. The Town Hall and Clan Castle, as I mentioned, are now a resource building. Goblins do double damage to those buildings. The available of loot, like the percentage, like the cap, has increased now from Town Hall 6 to Town Hall 10. So all of the bases that you do come across, there's going to be more loot available in those for you to go ahead and snag. The league bonuses have also been significantly increased. That's a great thing. They're trying to incentivize skilled play, people pushing up in leagues, which I think is great. For me, I don't know about you guys, but I've never really pushed trophies before, and it wasn't because I didn't have the skill to do it. It was not a waste of time. It was a waste of time. I had to sacrifice the things that I truly enjoyed, which is skilled attacks, like in war. I had to sacrifice my war and my upgrade performance in order to push those trophies, where now I don't know that that's going to necessarily be the case. I feel like we've eliminated quote-unquote farming and pushing, and we've gotten more into clashing, which is something that I am a huge fan of. I don't like how the system that was in place in the game previously segregated the community into multiple communities, such as the war community or the farming community or the pushing community. Why can't we all be one big community where we all play the same game and we do the same things? Some might be better than others at it. That's okay. There's different skill levels for everything, but I think this is going to bring everybody kind of back together and allow those that are pushing trophies to be able to farm efficiently at the same time. So you're going to see something that I have been secretly wanting and wishing. I might have stated it once before on the channel, but I would really, really like to see a performance-based farming method that you're rewarded for successful attacks on a base, and they've done just that with this update. In sneak peek number 3, they've revealed that the league bonus is progressively given based on the percentage damage done to the base. So what that means is when you do 50% damage to a particular base, you've now unlocked 80% of the available league bonus that you're applicable for. Now, that league bonus has gone up, remember? So, you're going to be probably seeing more, a higher league bonus with just 80% than you did before with the old league bonus. Now, With the 70% damage mark, if you hit 70% damage when you're attacking a base, you're going to get 100% of that league bonus. Now, what this does is it rewards people for successful and skilled attacks on a base. It's going to disincentivize barching, town hall snipes. Town hall snipes are going to be a thing of the past, unless you find those inactive bases, which I would imagine there's going to be quite a few of. But to me, this is great because like Ash and I touched on in the last episode that I just put up, you're still going to be able to farm. You're going to be able to come up with armies. That town hall is going to be definitely worth protecting now since it is a storage. People aren't going to put it outside because A, it's a storage, B, it does not give you a shield, and it's really, really going to change the way defensive layouts are made and the way we attack bases. So now, personally, with these increased bonuses and the increased loot that's going to be in every single base, and the fact that the bases are going to accumulate, more loot, just based on the system, I feel like you're gonna be able to get a lot more monstrous raids by building real armies with a few spells. And guys, you don't have to go all out on this. I can't tell you, when I was pushing up slightly in trophies before, like I'd take Lunian and maybe one spell, and I was able to 60 and 70%, a Town Hall 10 even, some of the rushed ones that you come across. So I don't see this being a huge issue. You shouldn't have to wait super awful long. But even if you find yourself inside of a shield, you can still attack a couple times from it while that shield's going to continue to last. You're just going to shorten the duration of it a little bit. But overall, this update is going to give us the ability to start playing the game at a higher skill level. Across the board, we're going to see more warlike attacks. And in my opinion, that's a great thing because it's going to encourage skilled play. It's going to force people to learn how to build a proper base. It's going to force people to learn how to attack properly. And I think that community-wide, that's going to be an excellent thing. I always thought that Town Hall snipes were really, really hokey, pretty cheesy to be honest, putting a building outside the base. I could show you my defensive log. I haven't been attacked in God knows how long, and that's just because I put my town hall outside the base, and that's ridiculous. We should be tested more often than that, and in this next update, we will be. So I'm excited for it. And one thing that, personally for me, and I know quite a few war guys out there, we don't really farm a lot, especially, when we're focusing so often on war, and in my situation, focusing on creating content for you guys, we might not farm a lot. We definitely aren't trophy pushing, but this new change and this new system will potentially allow us to move up in trophy range. It will allow us to farm and actually gain resources to build, our upgrades, farm our heroes, get our, our defensive buildings going. And it will also allow us, oh my God, believe it or not, we can, attack with war attacks. And even, if it evolves to that point, we might be able to attack with war attacks and actually get some practice in the farming realm, which before you're either getting to a point where you're attacking Town Hall 10s with Infernos, which isn't really necessarily what you want, or you're finding just a bunch of Town Hall snipes in really bad bases. So, this change is going to be huge. I can't wait to see what it does. There's been a lot of negativity around the update in general, and guys, I would caution you against getting too much of a naysayer, and I don't have any stake in this, guys. I'm not working for Supercell or anything like that. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I feel like, there's been three sneak peeks so far. That means there's 11 more to come. I'm not going to judge anything until I've actually played it, until it's been put in front of me, until I've seen the whole thing. That's just not how I roll. So be patient, wait for everything to roll out. There's a lot of things that I'm sure are working behind the scenes as well, that we don't have any access to. We can't see it. But this change in particular, though, with the loot distribution and the league bonuses, is going to be monstrous. So to wrap this thing up, this is going to be a monstrous, little sneak peek update. So the changes to the farming, the changes to trophies and the town hall, I'm excited, man, because now that means I get to practice my base building and have it hit a lot. You know what I mean? You can actually afford to put that town hall inside the base and defend, because there's no detriment to doing so. I'm now allowed to build a defensive, war style base without being punished for it from a loot system. And guys, even if the resource like loot per hour happens to decrease, realize that it is a relative change that happens to every clasher across the board. You are not being punished, neither is anyone else, so everyone's on the same level playing field, and I honestly don't know if the loot per hour per se will be even affected by this change. It might even go up. We will have to see how it plays out. Let's not jump to conclusions, but rejoice in the fact that we are going to have some actual competition in the farming realm to go out and be able to battle each other the way the game was designed to be played, rather than these chintzy little town hall snipes and barbarians and archers that take absolutely no skill. Really happy that Supercell's going in a direction that requires more skill, and really happy that they're rewarding people for using skill-based attacks. That's going to be a great thing, and I think that means good things for the war scene as we move forward. They've definitely shown an interest in war-style tournaments and attacks. We may or may not see that this update, but they're definitely thinking about it, and they're definitely working on it. So, guys, that's going to do it for this particular sneak peek. Hopefully you've enjoyed my commentary and my thoughts on it. Share what you think in the comments below. Try not to get too toxic, guys. Share your opinions, but don't, it's not doomsday. It's not the end of the world. It's an update to a mobile game. So keep it classy. That's going to do it for this episode, guys. Hit that like button for me, and subscribe for more updates as I put them out over the next couple weeks. Anyways, guys, this is Powerbang, signing out till next time. Have a happy Thanksgiving to all of you that celebrate it, and take care. Right up the gut of this base, assuming that wall is open, and you'll notice we brought 3 wall breakers to make that happen.